On May 28, 2008, the newly elected Constituent Assembly declared Nepal a federal democratic republic, abolishing the 240 years old monarchy. The provinces of Nepal were formed on 20th September 2015 in accordance with Schedule 4 of the Constitution of Nepal. The 7 provinces were formed by grouping the existing districts. The current system of 7 provinces replaced an earlier system where Nepal was divided into 14 administrative zones, which were grouped into 5 development regions. The 7 provinces were formed by grouping existing districts. 2 districts, namely Nawalparasi and Rukum, were split between 2 provinces. Each district has local units. Nepal includes 6 metropolises, 11 sub-metropolises, 276 municipal councils, and 460 village councils. The current system of 7 provinces replaced an earlier system where Nepal was divided into 14 administrative zones. In January 2016, the government of Nepal announced temporary headquarters of the 7 provinces. According to Article 295(2), the permanent names of the provinces will be determined by a 2/3 vote of the respective provinces' legislature. Now, let's have a very quick review of 7 provinces. Province number 1 occupies nearly 18%, which is 25,905 square kilometer of the total area of Nepal. It has 17% population, which is 45.5 lakh according to the last national census 2011. Viratnagar is the capital of province number 1. Viratnagar is a famous industrial city in the whole country. It is the place where the first large-scale industries of Nepal started. They were the Viratnagar jute mills and sugar factory. Many types of industries are running in several other places too, such as Itahari, Damak, Inarua, Dharan, and Duhabi. Province number 1 lies in easternmost part of Nepal, stretching from northern border to the southern border. It consists of 14 districts, namely Taplejung, Panchthar, Ilam, Sankhua Sabha, Teirathum, Dhankuta, Bhojpur, Khotang, Solukhumbu, Okheldunga, Udaipur, Jhapa, Morang, and Sunsari. Province number 1 borders with India in the south and east and China in the north. This province has been drained by Saptakosi with its 7 tributaries, which are all fed by the Himalayan snow. Province number 1 has diverse population. The Himalayan region is inhabited by Sherpas and Tamangs. The Sherpas are famous porters, mountaineers, and guides. Their living standard is quite high, whereas Rais and Limbus along with Brahmins and Kshetris are bound in the hilly region. The southern plain is inhabited by people of various Tarai communities, along with Brahmins and Kshetris. The Rais and the Limbus exclusively join the British and Indian armies. Religious sites such as Baraha Kshetra, Pathivara, Halesi Mahadev, Buddha Subba, Dantakali, etc. are quite famous here. The chief occupation of the people of the southern part is farming. Fertile land, sufficient rainfall, and irrigation facilities are favorable for cultivation of diverse types of food crops and cash crops. Cash crops such as jute, sugarcane, and tobacco are cultivated in the plain and the lower hills. Ilam and Jhapa are very famous for tea gardens. Cardamom, a lychee, grows well in many hilly and mountainous districts such as Ilam, Panchthar, and Teirathum. This province is also blessed by tourism centers such as Everest area, Namche, Ilam, Baraha Kshetra, Viratnagar, Pathivara, Halesi Mahadev, and so on. At the same time, it has protected areas such as Sagarmatha National Park, Makalu Barun National Park, Makalu Barun Conservation Area, Kanchenjunga Conservation Area, and Kositapu Wildlife Reserve. Province number 2 is only 7%, that is 9,661 square kilometer of the total land territory of Nepal. But it has a high density of population. According to the statistics of the last census, there live about 54 lakh people, which is about nearly 20.5% of the total population of the whole country. This province is the smallest of all regarding its territorial occupation. It occupies only 8 districts, which are Saptari, Siraha, Dhanusha, Mahottari, Sarlahi, Rautahat, Bara, and Parsa. The capital of this province is Janakpur, that is a religiously and culturally famous city. It's a sub-metropolitan city. Province number 2 is quite more developed in industrial sector than some other provinces. Birganj, Lahan, Rajbiraj, Janakpur, Simara, Nizgad, and Chandranigahapur are among the major industrial and trade centers. Birganj is one of the few most important entry points to Nepal from the south. It collects very high amount of revenues daily. However, this province is not highly developed in educational sector. As a result, the human development index of this province is very low. Province number 2 is the region with least varied topographical conditions. The land there is flat plain with some low hills of the Ture range. Therefore, climate is hot and wet. More independent rivers like the Bagmati, Kamala drain this region. The Ture range is covered by dense tropical forest called Charkosei Jhari. Parsa Wildlife Reserve is the only protected area of this province. However, the soil is very fertile and it's extensively cultivated. Paddy, wheat, maize, sugarcane, tobacco, mango, etc. are the major crops and fruits grown there. If the irrigation facilities are expanded, the region will have very high agricultural yields. It's also in the province that the only railway service of Nepal operates. It runs from Janakpur to Jayanagar, a town in Bihar, India. This province is inhabited by ethnic communities such as Yadavs, Tharus, Musalmans, and so on, along with common hilly castes such as Brahmin and Kshatri. They majorly speak Bhojpuri, Maithili, Bajika, and Nepali. Janakpur Dham, Gadimai, and Chintamasta are among the major pilgrimage sites of region. Thus, the province has a prospect of religious tourism. Province number 3 occupies nearly 14%, that is 20,300 square kilometer of the total land, and over 55 lakh people, which is about 21% of the total population of the whole country, resides in this province. This province has been termed as Bagmati province. It is made up of 13 districts, namely Dolakha, Ramechhap, Sindhuli, Kavrepalanchok, Sindhupalchok, Rasua, Nuakot, Dhading, Chitwan, Makwanpur, Bhaktapur, Lalitpur, and Kathmandu. The northern part of Bagmati province has some major Himalayan ranges and mountain peaks with two main passes, Rasua and Kodari. Some river basins and lowlands also lie there where agriculture is carried on. Other parts are not suitable for cultivation. Rivers such as the Budi Gandaki, Trisuli, Votekoshi, and Sunkoshi are suitable for rafting and producing electricity. Gosai Kunda, a religiously important lake, lies in Rasua. The hilly region contains the Mahabharat hills, river basins, towers, and valleys. The Kathmandu Valley is a very important part of this region, which is also the national capital of Nepal. People in this province are carrying on various types of economic activities. The main activity, except in cities, is agriculture and animal rearing. Most people in the Tarai are engaged in cultivation of paddy, wheat, maize, oilseeds, vegetables, fruits, and so on. Cash crops like tobacco and sugarcane are also grown here. Agriculture is still important in the Kathmandu Valley as well. Bagmati province is highly developed in the field of industry, trade and commerce as well as the service sector. Many people in cities and towns like Kathmandu, Hetauda and Bharatpur are widely engaged in trade. Some people are running their traditional cottage industries. Mining of limestone, slate, coal, sand, stone, etc. has also employed a sizable volume of workers. Schools, campuses, banks, hotels, NGOs and INGOs are also offering wide employment opportunities to the people even from other regions. Tourism industry is another prosperous economic activity here. Both the natural and cultural heritage sites are being used more importantly in this region. This province has also made progress in transport and communication, health and education as well. Air service is also an important transport system. The only international airport of Nepal, that is Tribhuvan International Airport, lies in Kathmandu Valley. Many private airlines companies, besides the state airlines, Nepal Airlines Corporation, operate from there to different parts of the country. Several rivers in this region are used for generating electricity. Kulekhani first, second and third, Panauti, Sunkosi, Devighat, Trishuli, Khimti and Chilime hydropower stations produce a large portion of the electricity now available in the country. गोसाईकुण्ड, इन्द्र सरोवर, 20 हजारी ताल, छो रोल्पा, टौदह, Rani Pokhari, Siddha Pokhari are some of the important lakes and ponds of Bagmati province. At the same time, Pasupati Nath, Swayambhu, Baudhanath, Dakshin Kali, Changu Narayan, Sali Nadi, Devghat, Dolakha Bhimsen, Palanchok Bhagwati, Namo Buddha are important pilgrimage sites of Bagmati province. Province number 4 is named as Gandaki province. This province consists of 14.6% of the total land, which is 21,504 square kilometer, and it has 9% of the total population according to the census of 2011, which is 24 lakh. It consists of 11 districts, namely Gorkha, Lamjung, Tanahu, Kaski, Manang, Mustang, Parvat, Syangja, Magdi, Baglung, and Nawalpur. Like Bagmati province, Gandaki province has also mountains, hills, and Tarai. Between the major Himalayan ranges of Dhaulagiri and Annapurna lies the Kali Gandaki Valley. Lake Tilicho, which is situated at Manang, is at the height of 4,919 meters, which is the highest lake in the world. Pokhara, a beautiful valley, lies in the southern slope of the Annapurna range and the north of the Mahabharat range. As it receives the highest rainfall in the country, it is called as Cherrapunji of Nepal. But across the Annapurna and Dhaulagiri range lie cold deserts of Manang and Mustang. They remain so dry because of their location in the leeward side of the mountains known as the rain shadow area. As there is diverse land division, the population distribution is quite uneven in this province. The cold and dry north has very thin population, mostly Thakalis, Gurungs and Muggars live there. The hills are inhabited predominantly by Brahmins, Kshetris, Gurungs and Muggars. Population in the narrow Tarai portion of this province is very thick. Tharus, Satars, Rajvansis and Musalmans are the original communities living there. Majority of the people in this province are engaged in agriculture. They grow food crops like paddy, wheat, maize, millet and buckwheat. In the valleys, river basins, and plains. Cash crops such as sugarcane, tobacco, and oilseeds are also grown well in Tarai. Different kinds of fruits such as mango, orange, apple, and apricot are cultivated according to climate. Mustang is very popular for apple. Potato is grown everywhere from Tarai to the mountains. Industries are rapidly developing in the province in the recent times. Sugar factories, paper industries, rubber industries, cement factories, and breweries are famous large-scale industries in Gandaki province. Kali Gandaki A and three hydroelectricity projects on the Marsangde River generate a large amount of electricity. Right up to now, Kali Gandaki A has generated 144 megawatt, which is the biggest hydropower station of Nepal. Pokhara, a modern tourist city, is the capital of the province. Lakes, caves, falls, and so on fascinates tourists. Bungee over the Kaligandaki is a new attraction for domestic as well as foreign tourists. The bungee jumping, which has been opened recently, claimed to be the second highest, which is 223-meter bungee of the world. Gandaki province has a very high prospect of tourism industry. Some of the protected areas of this province are Annapurna Conservation Area, Manaslu Conservation Area, and Dhorpatan Hunting Reserve, with some of the notable mountains such as Dhaulagiri, Annapurna, Manaslu, and Machapuchre. Gandaki province also has pilgrimage sites, which is quite important for the domestic tourist and also for the international tourist, which are Muktinath, Manakamana, Rishikesh, Baglung Kalika, Galeshwar, Maula Kali, and so on. Some lakes are also notable in this region. They are Feva, Rupa, Begnas, Tilicho, and so on. Province number 5 covers an area of 22,288 square kilometer, which is about 15% of the total area of the country. It is inhabited by nearly 49 lakh people, which is about 18.5% of the total national population according to 2011. This province doesn't include any part of the Himalayan region. It has 12 districts and they are Bardia, Banke, Dang, Rolpa, Rukum, Baglung, Puthan, Gulmi, Argakhachi, Kapilvastu, Rupandehi, Palpa, and Nawalparasi. Province number 5 has a famous Jhimruk hydropower station which lies in Puthan. Some extensive valleys such as Dang, Deokhuri, and Rampur also lies there. Even without Himalayan peaks, this province possesses high potential of tourism as Lumbini, the birthplace of Gautam Buddha, is situated in this province. Similarly, Swargadwari, Ridi, Resunga, Thakurdwara, Bageshwari, and Bhairavnath are major pilgrimage sites and tourist destinations of the province. The southern part of this province is very fertile and the productivity of the land is further reinforced by large irrigation projects like Sikta, Babai, Banaganga, and Tinau. Besides agriculture, occupations like manufacturing, mining, trade and commerce, and tourism are pursued by people there. Butuwal, Bhairahawa, Nepalganj, Kohalpur, Tansen, Krishnanagar are among the major industrial and trade centers. Majority of people belong to Brahmin and Kshetri, Magar and Tharu communities. This province is virtually prosperous in economic and cultural fields. Province number 6, also known as Karnali Pradesh, has 27,984 square kilometers of the land, making it the largest province in Nepal. According to the census of 2011, it has 11,68,515 population. It consists of 10 hilly and Himalayan districts, namely Rukum, Salyan, Dolpa, Jumla, Mugu, Humla, Kalikot, Jajarkot, Dailekh and Surkhet. This is mostly the northern and central part of the previous Midwestern Development Region. Surkhet is the capital of Karnali province. The northern belt is formed by the mountain ranges such as Nalakankar, Chandi, Gorakh, Kanti, Gautam and Kanjirova. Passes like Changla and Namja lie there. Hilly region is made up of high hills, valleys, tars and basins. The southern plain region is very narrow, but the soil is fertile. The province is drained by the Karnali river and its tributaries. The Karnali that marks its western border is the longest river of the whole country. This province has some more challenging geographical difficulties. Agriculture is poor because of rocky land and dry climate. Industrialization is also not easy because there are very more limited transport facilities. Many parts are still inaccessible. Irrigation is not enough either. Rice, wheat, and maize are commonly grown. The food grain yielded locally is not enough, so they have to rely on food supply from the neighboring part of the country. There are very few schools and campuses, so literacy level is also poor. Surkhet and Jumla are large cities connected by major roads. Birendranagar, Jumla, Simikot, Dunai, Chaurajahari, and so on have air services. Jumla grows lots of apples, but the farmers are not much benefited because reliable and affordable transport and storage facilities are not available. The backwardness of this region is really a challenge for the whole country, not only for the provincial or the state government. Province number 7, also known as Sudurpashchim province, has 13.3% area of the country, which is 19,874 square kilometer. It has 10% of the population, which is 25.5 lakh. Province 7 is the previous Far Western Development Region. It has 9 districts, namely Bajura, Pajang, Doti, Acham, Darchula, Baitadi, Dadeldhura, Kanchanpur, and Kailali. This province spreads from north to the south of the country along its western border with India and has all three ecological regions, Himalayan, Hilly and Tarai. The origin of Mahakali river separates the region and the whole country, Nepal, from India in the west. In its south, it is hotter in summer than other provinces because of the hot wind coming from the Thar desert in India. Such wind is called Lu. Monsoon there causes less rain than in the rest of the country. But winter has heavier rainfall than other regions due to the westerlies coming from the southwest Asia as they travel over the Mediterranean Sea, Red Sea, and Arabian Sea. Sudur Paschim province has a bit more reliable earning opportunities than its neighboring province in the west, that is Karnali province, but not as high as neighbor province number 5. There are some projects of national importance such as Tanakpur Barrage, Pancheshwar Multipurpose Project, and West Seti Hydropower Project. People living in Sudur Paschim province utilizes educational facilities both in their own region and adjacent Indian territories to the south and west. So the literacy rate is growing here. The earning activities depends on farming, animal husbandry, fishing, trade, services, and foreign employment. Some of the notable mountains of Sudurpashchim province are Opi, Saipal, Nampa, Yokapahad, Lhasa, and so on. Khaptad and Ghodaghodhi Tal are the most famous lakes in Sudurpashchim province. Khaptad National Park, Suklafat Wildlife Reserve, and Opi Nampa Conservation Area are protected areas of Sudurpashchim province. The most inhabitant of this province are Brahmin, Kshetri, Tharos, and Musalmans. The important pilgrimage sites of province number 7 is Khaptad, Gokuleshwar, Mallikarjun, Ved Baba, Siddha Baba, and Saileshwari. The east-west highway starts from the western edge of this province, that is Mahendranagar.